Tata Motors is going to launch its coupe SUV Curvv very soon, and to know more about that, we have Vivek with us. Thank you, Vivek, for taking out time for us, and welcome to Overdrive. First question would be: are we going to see this Curvv in all three versions?
Yes, I would say four versions actually. We are going to launch it with EV initially, but very soon we'll launch it with the various ICE engines. We'll have two versions of petrol and diesel, so it'll be quite a array of choice for our customers in the mid SUV category.
Okay, so really want to understand the positioning and the category of this product, because it's a coupe, and that's not something very common in Indian market. How do you see that, and why did you think that that is going to maybe work for you?
So, I mean, design has always been one of our key pillars, and differentiated design, bringing something which stands out in the roads is what we followed. We started off with Nexon, and then the Harrier, Punch, Safari, all of that we followed. Design cues which not only stand out from the competition but also exude a little bit of premium. We are getting into in this category, which is one of the largest categories in the market, and it was very important for us to mix a lot of practicality but also bring in a lot of attitude, style, because this is a discerning customer. And we also thought that there are certain practical elements that this category can add to. um, you will see, this design, obviously, the coupe design is well known world over to add that little bit of style more to this category, or to any SUV, I would say. But with Curve, we also addressed a lot of practical issues which we thought this category can gain from.
So we are having this conversation in at Tata's design and tech studio in UK. So that says a lot about your faith or your positioning of this curve. You are betting like on its looks and designs, but you also talked about practicality, and you also said in the first answer four different versions. So when should we expect them? I assume CNG is also in the cards.
Not yet, but all four of them will be launched within the festival season. Not together, but slightly phased out, with EV going first on the 7th of August.
Let's talk about the segment where you are planning to position a curve. How big is that, and what kind of USP are you looking at, which will help Curve take that challenge?
It's, it's the largest sub-segment in the SUV category. It's about 32% of the SUV category, which is huge. And we are very confident about this product. We if you go back in time in 2017, we launched the Nexon into the compact SUV segment. It was an SUV coupe at that point of time, coupe, I would say, and it took some time to kind of register with the customers, and the design took some time to settle in. But all of us know the kind of success Nexon has been, and we intend to replicate similar kind of success in this category. As much as Nexon delivered, style but also practicality, so will the Curve, and we believe we can replicate similar kind of success, similar kind of market share within this category as what we did with the compact SUV space.
What's next? I mean, we saw Sierra. Everyone is talking about that, wanting, asking when are you launching? So when are you launching?
I mean, this year is going to be busy. We have obviously Curve, very big launch for us. It's going to significantly expand our addressable market. Currently we are at just 52% of that addressable market with our product range. Mid SUV has been missing, so entire focus of the organization is to land the Curve and you know make a big impact when we launch. We have the Harrier EV, which we have already confirmed, right, for later this financial year. Sierra will be next year. We've already announced that FY25, FY26 will be Sierra, and that again will be a very big launch. So we want to give enough space for the Curve to settle in, and then you'll have Sierra coming.
So, guys, you have the timeline sorted.
Yeah.
We were discussing EV. I mean, all of us are discussing the sales chart. The growth has kind of mellowed down. How are you looking at it? Many analysts or experts, they are kind of confused. How do you look at it?
I think it's a temporary plateauing out, but it's only a question of time before it comes back extremely strong. The two biggest issues are range and charging infrastructure. Range, it's only a matter of time before customers get access to higher range vehicles at prices which are very competitive. And we are talking about mainstream EV market, which is between 10 and 20 lakhs. In terms of, charging infrastructure, the government is at it. A lot of private players are getting into it. The oil marketing companies are getting into it in a very big way. And in the next 2 years, you will see a huge amount of expansion and availability of EV charging stations. We ourselves are also prodding the speed of this charging station availability. We are sharing our information in terms of where our cars are moving around. We have more than 100,000 cars on the road. We have data in terms of when they charge and what is the charging frequency. We have something called an open collaboration with all charging provide service operators, including the oil marketing companies, and telling them where exactly are the hotspots within cities, but also on highways.
Right.
So it's going to be a huge, growth in charging capability in terms of in the next 2 years. Plus, added to it, the access to larger range vehicles will promote a lot of intercity travel. And I think it's a temporary blip. We've always maintained that the best way to clean zero emission is ultimately EV. It's it's the clean solution. Any other tech is a midway point. So EVs are the ultimate destination, and while there is a little bit of a blip, it'll come back very strongly.
Every other technology is a midway point, so that means
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
you have ruled out my next question, and that hybrid.
So we've not spoken that language at all. So that's the implication. And even now when you ask me questions about the powertrains of Curvv, it was obvious because we also don't have the bandwidth when you're already shooting for something which is in the future. I don't think we'll be able to commit anything on it.
Overall market, how do you see the overall Indian car market? Because last 2 months we have seen some kind of
Yeah.
maybe single double digit, lower single digit growth in most cases.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
think
see that?
the intense growth of the last few years has kind of tapered off. There is a lot of stress in terms of stock in the network. It's going to be a little bit of a tough year. But I think it happens. Once in every 3-4 years, you do have a tough year. While it is very tough for us manufacturers, for customers it is good, and it also allows the market to just reset itself from all the inconsistencies which come in high demand situations. It's going to be a tough year, but I think fortunately for us, we have a couple of new launches lined up. We are going to significantly expand our addressable market, so we are positive of doing well. Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
and good luck with that. And we'll catch you again at the launch.
Very soon. Yeah,
Thank you so
Kranti.
much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.